Right now, BLM crews are coming all the way from their field office here near the Boise airport. So let's see how long it takes. I'm your Emmett neighborhood reporter, Greenlee Clark, talking with local cherry farmers about the recent freezing temperatures and the efforts they're taking to prevent cherries from looking like this.
One looks like it's got a little frost damage and one's as green as it's going to get.
In Eagle, the sewer district wants to turn your wastewater into water for your lawn, but it's going to be expensive. I'm your Eagle neighborhood reporter, Greenlee Clark, learning more about neighbors' concerns when it comes to this $20 million project and how the sewer district plans to make this wastewater usable.
I'm down by Lake Street Plaza, and while you got some dancers, I've heard that I have a friend over here, Jonah, who is a professional skier. Not actually, but how's it going, Jonah?
I'm doing great.
After more than a decade of planning, this lot off Eagle Road will soon be home to Eagle Fire's newest station. I'm your Emmett neighborhood reporter, Greenlee Clark, catching up with local high school pitcher whose story is swinging for inspiration while competing with a rare medical condition. Imagine checking into your hotel room and finding this waiting for you. Others start the holiday by getting their steps in before the turkey and all the traditional fixings. I'm your Emmett neighborhood reporter, Greenlee Clark, showing you how this holiday morning looks a little different for neighbors who are supporting students at Emmett High School.
And we're off. So I'm doing a story on the turkey trot today. Do you mind answering a few questions?
Sure.
How are we feeling so far?
I can't really breathe.
Imagine showing up to a yard sale and leaving with the keys to the whole house. That's what happened to one young family in Emmett, thanks to an affordable down payment assistance program. Idaho's rural hospitals are waiting to see how much they'll get from a $50 billion federal grant. I'm your Emmett neighborhood reporter, Greenlee Clark, talking with Valor Health about their proposal and hearing from the Idaho Hospital Association about why these funds mark the beginning to a long road of recovery. A deadly plane crash in the Payette River in Gem County. I'm your Emmett neighborhood reporter, Greenlee Clark, at the airport in Emmett where that flight took off. And Idaho News 6 has confirmed CBS 2 meteorologist Roland Stedham is among the two men who died in the crash. A family's drive along this road ended in a tragedy when their vehicle went off the edge and into the reservoir. I'm your neighborhood reporter, Greenlee Clark, and I spoke with a father and daughter who were here that day and jumped in to save two lives. For the first time, the Treasure Valley teenager who says he was tied up and beaten for hours in the Eagle foothills shares his story exclusively with Idaho News 6. I'm your Eagle neighborhood reporter, Greenlee Clark, with how he says what started as a motorcycle photo shoot turned into 4 hours of torture and how he managed to get away.
So I put my helmet on, had my gloves on, and as I was standing, I get, shot with a taser, and I just fell to the ground after that.
18-year-old Jordan Carrillo drove to a remote area off Highway 16 around 9:30 at night on September 4th. He thought he was meeting with a photographer.
When everything shifted and I realized it wasn't a photo shoot, it would probably have to be when he pulled out an iPhone instead of an actual camera. He said he was an amateur photographer.
Within moments, Carrillo says the two suspects, Steen Lamb and Devin Larson, shot him with a taser and zip-tied his hands and legs before forcing him into a bag and repeatedly kicking and tasing him for hours.
I felt like every muscle in my body just tensed up, and I couldn't move. I couldn't really breathe that well other than just scream.
Carrillo says he recognized Lamb as a close friend of his girlfriend. He previously thought Lamb had feelings for her, and while he was tied up, Carrillo says the men took his phone and broke up with his girlfriend for him via text.
Originally, I did think I was going to die because there was a gun. He said there was a gun pointed at me. I didn't see it, but I felt something heavy pointed on me.
But hours later, after convincing the men he would keep the whole ordeal a secret, they cut him loose.
He said, "You're never going to forget this, right?" And I was like, "No, never." After that, I sped off. I honestly thought he was going to shoot me after, but I sped off.
He rushed to a relative's house and told his whole family what happened. His mom, Jennifer, gets emotional thinking about what her son survived and encourages parents to open up communication.
Because, as a mom, you want to protect them and you want to be there for them all the time. And I wasn't there for him when, he needed me the most. Just having an open communication with your kids so they're not afraid to talk to you about anything. Letting them know the reason why you want to have their location for things that they ever least expect.
As for Jordan, he's not ready to forgive and forget and hopes to see the two suspects held accountable.
I don't know. It's just, I can't really like wish harm upon other people. Like no matter how bad it is, I can't do it.